needed to switch to this whole toilet topic because they couldn't compete face to face, and called the gentleman funny. The main character with a grin and a twisted face swung his fist. He began to deliver numerous blows to the knights, who were cold-bloodedly parrying them. Then Xavier put his hand to his stomach, which began to shine because he was in a very good mood. The brown-haired man convulsively twisted his face in sweat, asking the knight to just keep quiet or sneeze quietly. Then the brown-haired man looked forward again and said that the Alencia tree was located in the center of this forest. They saw a whole group of elves in front of them, who pulled a bow towards them. The main character frowned convulsively in sweat, not understanding how they were spotted. The blonde angrily stated that the boys had been screaming since they entered the forest, so they had been spotted. Xavier, at that moment, looked out from behind the protagonist with disdain and realized that they had been hit. At that moment, the brown-haired man gritted his teeth with a grin and said that they would solve everything. The protagonist grinned maliciously from under his brows and said that they would simply speed up the execution of their plans. The archers immediately fired their arrows if they did not leave. The knight immediately stood up to defend himself and took out his magic blade. A beam of light began to sparkle in the funnel. Xavier immediately used light beams and repelled a whole barrage of arrows. He swung his blade, and all the arrows began to fall to the ground. The blonde immediately reached out with anger for other arrows and realized that they were up against the swordmaster. While the protagonist was about to run away, Xavier stood on the defensive. The protagonist stated that according to their plan, they should separate and meet in about 30 minutes near the Alencia tree, so he asked the knight to find some kind of elevation to see him in case they got lost. The blonde looked forward furiously when the other fighters flew to attack. The main character was about to run away with tears in his eyes when he was called scary. Xavier, at this time, also began to run away when they tried to surround him from the trees. The knight continued to run with his sword, looking back at the opponents catching up. At this time, the elf with the other fighters ran after him under the cover of the moon. She smoothly touched a leaf with her foot. Then she soared with the help of it. Xavier looked back